See, string, we know that all of us, the string is a kind of a data type, but it is also called as containers. Why we call them containers is string is holding multiple characters, correct? Each one is in one item. P is an item, one character, Y is an item, character, item. So whenever you're having a variable or an object holding more than one value is called as a containers. A is an integer, but we cannot call this as a container because this is a variable at the maximum is holding only one value at a time. This is also is not a container. These are called objects or data variables because they hold only one. What is the difference between the variables and the containers or a collection is variables can hold only one value at a given any time, but containers can hold more than one value at any time. That is the difference between the variables and the container. String, we call them not a variable type. We usually call them a container type because in a string you can see multiple characters. Then how these items are placed, again you can say, if you're not getting confusion, you can call them a normal container. You can compare in your home where you're keeping an item. How do you keep an item is what kind of an item you keep, and how do you keep an item is a different type of containers we have. String, list, tuple, dictionary, range. These are the different type of a containers but all of them only do only one purpose, keeping an item, whether they are organized in ordered manner or the same kind of items or different type of items. But now it comes to a string, you have a container having an item placed in an ordered manner. That's the reason we call string as an ordered container. In the ordered container, the first item is always we start with the 1. There will not be any gaps. It is a continuous 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and please, one of index represents a position of an item within. This is your container. So keeping an item. This is your container. Within the container, you have an item within the container. You have an item within the basket. This is your container, and that item we have. Clear? Okay. Now move back here. So we know that how to create a variable, the type of a variable, address of a variable, size of the variable. That's it. It's going to create. So we cannot call integer floats called container because they are the variables can hold. String is called as a container. So I wanted to access the first item of my container. How do you access? First is whenever you wanted to read as individual item from your container, you will need to use S of. Square bracket is coming, correct? You see the square bracket, then 0. It is going to fetch you this specific item from your container. What is the item you got? P. Where is P? It is in 0th position. Correct? Let's now wanted to get the third item. What is the index I should get? You get the third item. Hello?
H, sir.
H.
H. I asking you need to access an item, you
Third
specify
item.
the index. Third
H,
item, what is the third item you have? T.
Third item, it's T.
T, Y, T. T is your third item. What is the position of that?
2, sir.
2.
2.
So 2. Usually 3 minus 1 is going to, because you start index with 0. So that's the reason. Third means you need to pass a second index. Clear? T. Next, not last index you want. N, you are going to specify of 5. Okay. Fine. Let's see now what will happen. This is called, you cannot call containers. This is a difference between variables and containers. Can you explain me anyone quickly? What is the difference between variable and a container?
Variables holds only one value at a time. Containers more than one value.
Containers are the one, it can hold more than one value. Each item in a container can be accessed through the index. Index represents a position of item within the container. So any question till here? Anyone? Clear? No question? At least this group something is a discipline. Okay, in terms of attending the class, in terms of everything. Don't worry, I remove all the other peoples in the group. They're not attending. I'll just say leave. Okay, I want to take one snap. Who is not attending? Mamata. Mamata, are you there in the class? I don't know. I never seen you before attending. Okay, anyway. So now if we say S of 10, do item 10 in your container? What is the last item you have? Position, you have 5. Do you have a container 10? You try to access an item that is not in your list, sorry, in your container. You get an error called index error. What is this representing? 0, 2, 5. They represents an indexes. Here you get an index error because this index does not present in your container. So whenever, so I'll write a notes, quickly notes for your understanding. What is item? Position, index, position of item within, correct? So if you try to access an index that is not in your container, you are getting an index error. What is an index error? When you get an index error, you try to access a particular item from your container that is not present in your container, you are going to get an error. Clear? Any question here? Quickly, yes or no? Someone.
Yes, sir.
So you need not to say yes. If you're not understood, please ask me to repeat. I'll repeat. Otherwise, you need to be quiet. I'll understand you understood. I take in silence as an yes answer. I move forward. If someone not understood, say yes, sir. I'm not understood. Repeat. I'll repeat. So I have my container. Okay, let's me put in. So what is the definition of a sequential container? Like can say a string now. If at all you wanted to answer, what is the definition of a string as per your understanding? It is a sequential container. What is the meaning of sequential? Sequence. CQU. Sequential. What is the meaning of the sequential? Because it is an the index is an it never be possible you have a gap. That's why we call them sequential or ordered container. You need to remember these words, ordered containers. I'll give one definition and I'll try to explain you these concepts one by one. Okay, I'll move this here definition up. Okay, so one more thing, I have a comment. So something I made a mistake. Let's see what is the meaning of. Okay, you key error. What is this key error or index error? This is called the index error. Index error means you try to access and access an item that is not present in your container. Next example, by mistake, I have a Python instead of Pythoning, I return Python. But by mistake, I written a Python. I wanted to replace an item of your container. How to get the first item from your container?
True index.
0. 0 gives you the square bracket. S of 0 is gives the first item. I wanted to replace this item with some P. This is what an assignment operator will learn, correct? So please remember, you can treat individually one variable because each item has its respective indexes. So by mistake, I have M. I wanted to replace with a P. Let's see, is it possible to replace or not? Can I run this? Let's see what will happen. You get an error. Assignment operator does not assign. Object does not support item assign. What is it meaning? That meaning is once you put an items in your container, you cannot replace. That's called immutable. Mutable means you can replace. Immutable means you cannot replace. The string is a kind of an immutable data type. Okay, so I'll just write it here. Once the item created, we cannot replace items. That's called immutable. Mutable and immutable. You understand the concept? Original terminology is immutable means you cannot replace the item. So second features of the sequence is strings are immutable. Mutable means you can change. Immutable means we cannot change. Clear? Next one I'll explain. then we can recap. Okay, you cannot replace. I have a string called Python. So I wanted to access the individual elements I able to access. Let's say how to create an this is what you access the individual items of your container using the indexes. So let's try out. I have some numbers also. Let's say here Python 3. 3 is a version of the programming. So what is the position of 3? You put it here. What will happen? Even please remember space is also treated as one of the item. Space is also treated as one of, that is very important. Space is also treated as one of the character, and you have 3. So how many total elements in your container now?
8.
8 elements, sir.
7 plus 1, 8 elements you have. So I wanted to get the last element, that is your 3. That is a 7th index. You get all Python ptyt. Let inspect the data type of 3 variables like v containers. So what is the data type of this item? Type of this, correct? And I say type of the third element, and also I say type of the last element. Okay, let's see what the data looks like. So what do you think? All of them, what of time? All of them same data type called string. Okay, that's the reason string container we also call them homogeneous. I have some throat pain, that's why I'm not speaking loud. Okay, don't think why I'm very quiet today. I don't know, I have very serious throat pain. I'm not able to speak loud. That's why my pitch is low. Hope it is visible, audible. Yes.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. No energy today. I had severe throat pain. I couldn't speak much, so I'm reduce my pitch. So all the items are of same container. That's why we call them it as homogeneous container. What is the next feature of the string is homogeneous. What is the meaning of the homogeneous? Homogeneous is of same type. Homogeneous. Homogeneous means of same data type. I think you're all familiar with the data type cannot change items of. So let's understand these 3 terminologies. You are able to understand sequential ordered container, immutable container, homogeneous container. Because even anything you give, numbers, space, anything you give, the interpretation of a data is of same type. What is the data type? String. Even you give special characters. Okay. Special characters also like this one. This is also treated as string. Numerics, special character, alpha numbers. Everything when you give it in a single quotes will be treated as a normal text. The string is of a kind of homogeneous data types because each elements of type of string. That's the reason there are 3 things you need to remember whenever you call about the string. One is sequential ordered container, immutable, you cannot replace item of your container. Third one is of same data type. That's why we call it as an homogeneous data type. So we have several containers like this. We have a list. Next one, I have an item called containers. We have is in Python, we have a list, dictionary, range. All are containers, but list is same thing, but it has a, we'll learn list also, we'll learn day after tomorrow. Dictionary is another kind of a container. Range is also another. So based on the kind of a data and how you need to organize, you choose the different containers. But when you choose a string container is always be a string. That's the reason homogeneous. Clear about these 3 terminologies? Immutable, homogeneous, and ordered sequential container. Anyone not understood? Please ask me. Okay. String slicing. See, topics are moving slowly. What you need to do, find your 4 hours. God given 24 hours to you, me, everyone. Find your 4 hours. Dedicate, please dedicate. Okay, again, I don't want to do marketing and all. I'm afraid of you. People will not come to the point when I ask you for an interview, will not come. You'll start now. I'll show you. The open a mailbox now, I'll get at least few. See, there will be opening. It's already started from morning 6 o'clock. There will be opening so many places, so many places, so many places. So you need to get ready yourself. That's it. This is one mailbox I'm monitoring. Like this, so many are there. This is for Java and SQL. Here also there is so many openings. See, only thing is big data ETL QA. There is so many things. Only thing is you need to prepare yourself. You need to organize yourself timing. Okay. So time will come. You should not repent. You should be joy. Repent means you should not regret. Oh, sir told me to prepare. I did not prepare. What to do? Let me find a batch. Instead of batch 6, you go to batch 9 from 9 to 13. There we end your journey. Either you get a job or you stop learning yourself. Don't do that. This is a time. That's what I'm afraid of. Your attendance is very, very concerning for me. I don't know. If you think all of you things don't need a class, you can put me in the group. We don't need a class today. I'm also fine. I don't take a class. If you burden of practicing daily, your speed is much. Classes are bit speeder. You need to break. Take a break. I doesn't want to rush. But when you are learning, learn very constructively, disciplinedly. Okay. What is the meaning of a slicing? Slicing means cutting. I want to cut this much. Slicing means cutting is vegetable slicing, fruit slicing we call. I wanted to cut this much from index 2 to 4. Same concept, very easy. So, Samarth, S is your variable. Whenever you want, you have to specify your starting index, that is 2, and where you wanted to end. Say till 4s. Let put the 4, understand what will happen. To 4, let's see what is which is going to happen. You will not get all the content what you wanted. Get only TH. Where did go remaining things? Only you are getting TH. Why OE is not coming? That's the question you are running in your mind. Let's understand why it is not coming. There is a something called up to not including. So you wanted to start with 2 and you went to till 4. But in Python, your endpoints are not including. It says start from 2 up to 4, not including 4. It is not included this one because endpoints are not inclusive. To get this, what should I go till? How long I need to read?
Up to 5.
Up to 5. It says up to 5, not including 5. So let's see here. I'm running here 0 to 4. That means 0 start from 2 up to 4, not including 4. In fact, you need all these characters. You need to specify the end index, that is up to 5, not including 5. Here you are not getting anything. I change this to see 2 to 5. You get an THO. So please remember here, whenever you are slicing, have a start index, have a start underscore index, comma, end index. But very, very important is start is inclusive, means included. Start is inclusive. We call inclusive, and end is exclusive. End is not included, only start is included. Clear? Bit confusing concept, but it will come over the period you learn. Will come. I wanted to slice from here to here. Let's see how you're going to answer me. I wanted to get PYT. What should I do? I wanted to slice PYT. How to slice?
0 to 3.
0 to 4. PYT. Sorry, PYT. Okay, 0 to 3, not 4. PYT. Up to 3, not including 3 is going to. Then I should not slice. I need to slice only this much as. I put the color indication this much. Okay. Up to 3, not including 3. Let's see what will happen. I am going to say, all of you say this is comfortable as I'm going to comment it. because I already tested it. I comment, I write the next line of testing. S of 0 up to 4 not including 4 is going to give Py. Okay, Py 3. 0 up to 3 not including 3. Clear about this concept? Any question? Slicing.
No, sir.
So if you do not pass any argument, just if you do not specify anything, you're going to get the same. By default, the starting position is always 0. Okay. If by means default, if you do not specify anything, default of start is 0 index. Clear? If you do not specify the end index, let's see what will happen. This is your square bracket. I say start with 2 and I do not specify the end. What will happen? It is going to start with 2. It is going to start with 2. It is going to start with 2 and it is going to end. It will give everything. That's because I not specify my end point. It is going to give all the things of your py2. Start from 2 till end. Okay. By default, end is till end, till last index. So next, let me understand. Ask you what it is going to give. I not specify anything. Start and end. What is going to give?
It will give full, sir, from starting to end.
Because I not specify anything, it starts from beginning, and also I not specify till end. It is going to give everything till end. Any question? Anyone? Slicing? No. Good. Able to follow? I think diagram is good. If you write the diagram few days, no, then you will understand. Only thing is you need diagram for few days. Then you are able to follow the. Okay. So I'll put this in your chat so that you have this. You need this. You can create your own Excel like this. Okay. So create a Excel sheet and practice. No, not necessarily all the time you need it. Only few days till you get a practice. You need it. Where is your batch 7 guys here? Let's learn some more things. Shall move on some more things. Okay. Now we have something slice you understood. Okay. Now we have something called as a negative indexing also supports. What is the meaning? So one more recap. The index always start from 0. 1 minute guys, I just close it. The index always start from 0 and it is an ordered container. So if you do not specify anything, you start from 0. Your end point, only thing is I am going to tell it again and again. Your end point is not inclusive. Up to 4 not including 4, up to 5 not including 4, up to not including. Okay. If you do not specify, it is going to start with always 0. And if you do not specify, it is going to go to end of the string. Class idili. Okay. So this is how the slicing works in the string. Clear or any question? Clear. So let's understand the negative slicing also here. Negative travels or negative slicing. Negative slicing. Negative slicing is very similar, but you have a negative numbers. Example, this I move this side. So negative slicing starts from the -1, -1, -2, -3, and goes on. Or it is last should be over -8. So how do I know total number of characters within my string? What is the function I use? Hello? Am I audible? Ashwini.
Yes, sir.
What is the function I use to find total number of character within my string?
Length.
Length. Length gives you the total number of items within your string. The length, maximum, minimum, sorted. Remember yesterday I teach? I think you guys not studied yesterday notes. Really, I can sense it. Did you really?
Yes, sir.
Only one voice. Others? Lokesh. Lokesh. Did you practice yesterday notes? Okay, leave that. So fine. So you can also have a negative slicing in your string. So negative slicing starts from negative index 1, 2, 3, 4, goes on till your end. Okay. So let's see how to get a negative. If you say minus, is very easy. I don't want to know the total. There are two ways you can access the. Let me now ask you. I want the last number of my string. Whatever the string I have, we are learning Python. How to get it? Someone can easily tell we are learning Python. How to get the last item from of your string? Leave the negative one. Other than that, you can getting any idea how to get the last item? Hmm? No? S of length of S. What is length of S gives total number of items. This works or not works?
It works, sir.
Work.
Hmm. So length gives how much? Will not work. You get an index error. Why? Hmm? See, Python is what is the length of the Python? 6. Do you have index 6 in this or not? You do not have index 6 because your ends with only 5. Python is ends with 5. There is no index 6. Then what you should do? Reduce the length by 1 because your always index starts from 1. Yes, 0, not from 1. It is going to the last. Length gives you the total number of characters, not the indexes. Total number of characters. Since your index starts from 0, you need to reduce by 1. Clear? Okay. So S of -1 also gives you the last character. That's very easy. This one is very easy. Whenever you wanted to. Example, take some more example. Okay, let's say my country. Okay, country is equal to we are living in int. Okay, and I have another string. Let's see. Have another country, another S2 S string. So we are living in Asia. Okay, we're living USA. So last 3 character represents your country code. I wanted to slice only to get the last 3 characters of the string. How to get it? Simple. S of I need the last 3 character. What to do? What is your index position of last 3? Start from -3. And do not specify anything. It is going to till end. The same way, let's see for C also. -C, C -3. So we are very consistently get your last 3 characters. That's what I'm saying. Start from -3 till end. That's it. Here also up to concept is working the same way. Here also negative slicing is also works see up to not including concept. -1 gives you the last item and -3 here also instead of moving here you are getting from the negative side. This is very useful when it is very useful when you wanted to access your edge items. This is called leading and trailing. What is leading? Startings are leading, ends are trailing. Whenever you wanted to find the edge or a trailing data, use a negative slicing very often. Clear about it? Any questions? Hmm? Okay, silence sake yes. No need to answer. Huh? Okay. Okay. So I'll teach 5-10 functions, then we'll see how we'll practice and come. String functions. What are the string functions? So these are the built-in functions, length. Okay, built-in functions, we know that. What are the built-in functions? Can someone summarize? Should I teach 5 of them? Built-ins. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear your voice.
Yeah, I asking what is the question is name the functions we learned yesterday.
User length, minimum, maximum, out.
Size of function, length,
Yeah, that is
minimum,
also
maximum,
there. Maximum, minimum, maximum.
size,
Sorted is your
format,
function. These are the built-in functions. Like that, we have certain functions that we can.
indication.
That is also function, correct. So there is a certain function we can apply only on the strings. Example.
Length, maximum,
Okay. So we have something called subject. Subject is yes, I call a subject. It has in a mixed case. Python. Python. So this is in your mixed case. This is in your mixed case. You want to convert that into one of the case. You want to convert into one of the case upper or lower. How do you convert into uppercase and lowercase? S dot. And there is
upper.
whenever you open, there is so many functions are listing. What is the data type of S? Data type of S is yes. So when you say yes dot, all the related functions with the S, not S strings will coming here. Upper gives converting into an uppercase. S dot lower convert into lowercase. Okay. So we wanted to have an S dot initial capitals. We have INIT CAP. Initial capital INIT. Initial capitals. What is swap case? Swap case means lower to upper, upper to lower. And we have something called title. Title converts yes. What will title converts? Let's see. You see the cases here. So why we call them a string function is these functions are part only can you apply on the string. Can you apply these string functions on the numbers? Is not correct because number you cannot convert into upper lower. Yes, they're all numbers. So these are the built-in string functions. Especially with a case, you want to convert into upper, you want to convert into lower. Swap case means upper to whatever the case it is, reverse of the case, it is gives a swap case. Title makes each word of your sentences with the upper case is called a title. Clean, clear. Hmm? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have some. Your string could be having some digits. String is also. But what is the data type of each item in your container? Even though I have 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, what is an items of each item of your container? String container.
String.
String. That's why we call it as homogeneous container. I wanted to confirm all the elements before running. What is your alphabets? I think we learned that yesterday. What are the alphabets we have? Alpha, A to Z, and capital A to Z. Numerics, the digits. What are the digits? 0 to 9.
0 to 9.
Specials are other than the alpha digits, they're all specials. You have a string like this. I wanted to confirm all the elements of my strings are digits. So you need not to write a program. This is like a ready-made program already available. This is a ready-made cook program. S dot is digit. That's it. Okay. It says true because all the elements of your container of digits. Even you have one space. Space is also treated as a one character. Is it a digit or non-digit space? Space is not a digit.
Considered digit, sir.
No, really, how it will consider digits? It's a special character. It says false. It's a character, but not a digit. Digits are 0, only 0 to 9 are digits. A to Z are the alphabets. Remaining all treated as a specials. Okay. Let's see that one more example I give. Here I'm going to give, and I use is digit or numeric. Both are fine. There is another function. Sir, how do I know this function? What it does? How do I remember? We need not to mug up or remember. I'll show you how to do. Write a function, keep a cursor here. I told yesterday also, give a space. Return true if the string numeric string, false otherwise. Understand this English? Return true if the string is numeric string, else false. So is it numeric string? It's not a numeric string because you have a special character space. Even you have any character also, it is going to say false because a is not a numeric or a digit. So please remember, space also consider as special character, not character, specials. Clear or not? I hope all of you clear. Is digit is numeric. Same thing, you have any string. Other than this, anything, it is going to return false, 0 to 9. We have another string function called alpha. Let's say a is equal to a, b, c, d, e, f. Want to confirm is a is. Let's run this. Let's create the object. A is alpha. See here. Alpha represents. Confirm that all your element items are all alphabets, including uppercase, lowercase, whatever you have. Same thing here. If you have any space, it is going to give. What is get? Is it alpha? Also are alpha characters you have or not?
No, sir. There is special character.
So we have a space is a special character. Run it. It's going to show false. So guys, I hope remember how to test this program when you are typing. What is the output is coming from this or this? I'm using a display. Remember what I teach? If you have a two display, it is displays only the last. The output shows here. This one. I want to turn only this output. What should I do? These two lines?
Comment.
I comment and run. It's going output of this. My testing is done. I'm going to comment these two lines and I'm uncommenting these two lines. Otherwise, I need to write lot of cells. Instead of writing lot of cells, within each cell, the relative functions I'm going to write. Okay, I'm going to comment this also. I have another function. Let's say a is equal to alphanumeric. A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, a, b, c, d, a, b, c, d. So there is a function called a dot is almun, alphanumeric. There are so many functions is there, you cannot remember all of them. This is enough. As of now, I would say this is enough. Okay. Anyone has any question about these functions? Is lower, upper, lower case functions, swap case, title. Is digit, is numeric, is alpha numeric. Any questions? Anyone, please let me know. What are the salient features of the string? Order, sequential container, immutable, homogeneous. So can we replace an item of a container in a string? No, because it is immutable. It is a homogeneous because all the items are of same type. So container is a concept of having an items with an organized manner. Index specifies the position of item within a container. Whenever you want to access a particular item from your container, you need to go with an index. This is index gives you the one item, but you want to slice. You want to get a slicing your string, substring we call. Then you need to specify start index and end index. End index is not inclusive. It is always says up to 5, not including 5. It is going to give only 4. If you specify 0 to 5, I just write it here so that you remember 0 is to 5. So it is going to give only up to 4, not including 4. Okay, up to 5, not including 5. The inclusive, the exclusive and inclusive. Starting is inclusive, ending is exclusive. If you do not specify any index, it start from 0. If you do not specify anything, it go till end. So that's how the slicing. So Python also supports a negative slicing. The negative slicing start from -2, -3, -4. This is your negative slicing. And on top of it, we learn some of the string function, lower, upper, swap case, title, is alpha, is numeric, is alphanumeric. So that is enough. Let me know you need a class tomorrow or don't. I'll decide, because you need to tell me. I'll plan my date. If you think you're not getting a time to practice and come. But you need to tell me in a group whether you wanted to have a class or not.
Okay, sir.
Confirm me first. Okay. I have this, where this is. Okay. I believe this notes is already uploaded. You daily get the notes here only in the Google Colab. I put in notes to strings. It will be there already. You can download. Okay. These are the two class 1 notes. This is notes to strings. I'll rename it notes 1 basic something, so that we had notes 1 Python basics. And one more thing is, I know a file I'll not lose. I'll keep it in here only. The only thing is recording should be downloaded on regular basis. Recording will be deleted